Hello, welcome to my channel, News Simplified. I am Mahen Pratap Singh. Very good evening to all of you. I am with you with a new video on the same undefined, unsettled, unresolved India-China border. This is the third and the last in the series, and we will conclude it today. We will begin from 1979. In 1979, the then Prime Minister, the then External Ministers of Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, visited China. He met senior most leader, the president of the country, Mr. Deng Xiaoping. During the discussions, the president proposed the same swap deal that was proposed by Zhao Enlai in 1969. I have already told you about that. You forgo your claim on Aksai Chin and Ladakh, and we accept your claim on Arunachal Pradesh. India has a firm belief, is firm on its ground that both the parts of the country, they are both the parts of India. They are indispensable part of India. They are they cannot be compromised. So India disagreed with the Mr. President's proposal, as it had already disagreed with Zhao uh, in 1969. Then comes the year 1988. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, visited China. In fact, he was invited to China. There the same question, border question, was discussed, and he told the officials on the part of the China that the border questions should be resolved on a mutually acceptable, reasonable ground. Nothing tangible came out of that visit, and this issue dragged on as it had been earlier, and it remained under the carpet. Other issues, other priorities were pushed forward, but this remained in the backdrop. Then comes the year 1998. It's an important year from India's point of view. India conducted its nuclear test in Pokhran. It was something that arced both China and the West, America, all were unsettled by this kind of a surprising move from India. India had surprised the world with its nuclear test in 1998. What happened? UNSC, United Nations Security Council, passed a resolution, and China supported penalty to be imposed on India. It supported the resolution to penalize India for conducting nuclear test. The ties between the two nations deteriorated further. And what happened? Some priority issues came, they were taken up, and border issue remained in the backdrop. Then comes the year 2003. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited China. This time he was visiting China as a prime minister, and both sides agreed to appoint a special representatives to push for and work out mechanism and strategies for an early settlement to the border question. Both the countries agreed that border should be on the priority list of both the India and China. It should be resolved at the earliest. Special representatives were appointed. Mr. Brijesh Misra, the NSA National Security Advisor of Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was appointed as a special representative on part of India, and on part of China, Mr. Dai Bingao, the NSA to the President of China, Hu Jintao, was appointed. Both were given the responsibility to try to work out a mechanism to sort out the border issue. It remained, the meetings were taking place, and things were dragging on, and it continued for many years. But let me focus on 2004. In 2004, what happened? Atal Bihari Vajpayee lost the election, and he appointed a special representative. He pushed for a resolution. He considered it a matter of urgency to resolve the border problem with China. And without the backing and support of the Prime Minister, the warmness of pursuit to resolve the issue was lost. Things took the back stage. Then comes the year 2005. It's an important year from the point of Indo-China border. In this year, with the efforts of the special representatives, an agreement was reached between the two countries. This agreement is called the Political Parameters Agreement. Both New Delhi and Beijing agreed on certain points. The first point, and the very crucial point, was from part of India. The first time India agreed the Chinese claim of retaining Aksai Chin and Ladakh, which and Beijing should concede to Indian claim on Arunachal Pradesh. The same swap deal that was proposed first by Zhao and Lai in 1969 and President Deng Xiaoping in 1975 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee met him. It was agreed. You can notice the reason behind that, the urgency behind that, why it was agreed by India. Both this agreement showed a willingness that both sides settle border issue to move on other important aspects of mutual relationship. They were large countries with huge population and huge civilian demands. That is why economy should be their priority, not the dispute and border problem and all those things that drag your feet in your movement forward. I want to highlight some points of the agreement. The first point was laid down very clearly that border demarcation should be done, and there should be identifiable geographical landmarks along the demarcated line so that future disputes do not arise. It means a kind of a permanent solution was to be sought on the part of both the countries. The other point of agreement in this uh, agreement, the name of the agreement I have already told you, the political parameters agreement. It was agreed upon that tri-junctions should be respected. What are tri-junctions? The borders of both India and China meet with the third nation like Nepal, like Myanmar, like Pakistan itself, Tibet, Bhutan. Along those tri-junctions, both the countries must consult each other before taking any decision. This was agreed upon in the parameters agreement, political parameters agreement, 2005. In this agreement, Aksai Chin and Ladakh, which were strategically important for China, it was asserted by China, and India asserted on its part that the Arunachal Pradesh region in eastern part of India, there are populated areas and there should be no interference and no inconvenience to the populated areas of in the part of India. There comes the year 2007. Indian External Minister Pranab Mukherjee visited China and met his counterpart Mr. Yang Jiangqi. When he met him during the discussions, Mr. Yang Jiangqi backtracked from the earlier agreement. He raised the same old demand of Tawang before Pranab Mukherjee. Tawang is a town, a Buddhist site in Arunachal Pradesh, and it is very important strategically for China to have its hold and control on Tibet. Strategically, it is of very paramount importance for China. He raised the demand. We want Tawang from you. As earlier, it was not agreed by India, and the border remained unresolved and dragged on. The issue dragged on, and nothing tangible came out of that. Now, note the point that Tawang is a key demand on the part of Chinese to resolve the border of between India and China. Uh, then comes the year 2017. What happened in 2017? As you all know, Doklam happened. Doklam is a region where both India and China claim the territory. It's a disputed area. China was building highways. It was building, doing some construction work, and the ITBP personnel intervened. They tried to stop the construction work because they claim that it lies in Indian territory, and some scuffle, minor scuffle took place, as you already know. What happened in 2020? Galwan happened, Galwan Valley, in which both the countries lost their soldiers in the scuffle that took place. Uh, these are the events, these are the incidents which derailed the border resolution efforts. These are the incidents. Keep noting. What happened in 2024? In 2024, the BRICS summit happened in Kazan in Russia. Both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and uh, Xi Jinping of China met there at the sidelines of the BRICS meeting. They took up the same border issue. Nothing about it can be said now because what came out is already known. Nothing tangible came out of that. In 2025, in August 2025, a month earlier, ESR's special representative meetings took place, and they agreed upon the same old wish on both the part that there should be mutually acceptable and reasonable settlement to the border dispute and border problem. The settlement is still elusive. We are groping in the dark, and nothing is visible in front of us in the sight. Now, to conclude this episode, this series here, I want to say that unless there is a realization between the two countries that this unresolved, undefined border, unless it continues, there will not be progress on other fronts between the two countries. And it is costing them more than they are gaining anything from that, because they are deploying huge armies along the border. They are spending a lot of money on maintaining the troops and reinforcements on the border. Friction and clashes and scuffles keep taking place, and they are losing both energy and money. The border issue should be a top priority for both the countries so that other developmental issues can be taken forward and to meet the aspirations of the people of both India and China. This is of vital importance. The people's aspirations. We are huge countries, large countries. We have huge populations, and with the hope that it is resolved soon, I end the series today. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Keep suggesting people to watch my videos. It is very important for students who are going to take exams like IAS and PCS. It will be very important, informative for them. Keep suggesting this video. Thank you very much once again.